Hi guys, this is Shanita. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me in another video. I am going to do sort of a miscellaneous video today. This one literally is going to be all over the place. I did a wash and go that was just a collage of all different types of products. I mixed and matched the products that I used, and I'm going to share those with you and what I thought about them. And I'm also going to give you some wash and go tips. I have type 4, very low porosity, 4A, 4B hair. I also have a little section in my crown that has 4C hair, and we struggle so much with wash and goes, and I have found a few tips that I can get myself a moisturized, defined wash and go for a few days anyway. And so I want to share those with you. If you are interested in that sort of video, keep watching. So my name is Shanita, and if you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I would love for you to subscribe and look back at some of the old videos that I've done. I'm sharing a lot of information along with product reviews and product brands. I would love for you to subscribe and hang around. Hopefully you'll find some information that may be of value to you. I post videos for the month of February. I'm posting videos every single day in honor of Black History Month. You definitely want to check those out because there is tons and tons of brands and products that I am exposing to you. So I'm going to get into this wash day, guys. So first of all, I pre-pooed with some different oils, and you're going to see that a little later in the clip where I show you some oils that I use and how I use oils to pre-poo my hair. I let that sit overnight, and the next morning I resumed my wash day, and I ran some water through my hair, and then I began the shampoo process. The shampoo that I used this time was Obia's Neem Tea Tree Shampoo Bar. I am a humongous fan of Obia Naturals. Love everything I've tried. My Black Friday order took a little bit longer than normal, and so she threw in a couple of free sample items for me to try, which I absolutely loved. I wasn't pressed about it being late. I expected with all that rush and all the volume that they would be late, but anyway, she was so kind enough to send me this, and also she sent me the curl refreshing spray. But I wanted to show you this. This is one of their very, very popular items in their collection, this shampoo bar that she makes, and I've seen this over and over again. I'd never tried a shampoo bar before, just wasn't interested. I have enough trouble with shampoo in a bottle. I don't know about you, but I decided to use this, and I told you guys that I was going to come back and let you know what I thought of it. This was awesome. This was absolutely awesome. It lathered so well. It cleaned my hair so gently. It was moisturizing, but it left my hair so clean. What I did was took the bar. Let me show you how. It's just a mini size bar that's left. So this is the size I was using. So imagine me in the shower trying to wash all of my hair with that. But I took the shampoo bar, and I already had my hair sectioned off into 6 sections. And so I used the shampoo bar within the parts where I made the sections of my hair. It lathered immediately, and it has so much slip. As I was washing my hair, of course the suds are running down the strands of my hair. I did have the oil in, and I had some product build up, so I tried my best to kind of run the bar down the length of my hair, and I found this to be wonderful. I was able to detangle my hair. It was very soft. It cleansed really well. It left it moisturized. I don't have the ingredient list of what all is in here, but if you haven't used this and you thought I can't do a shampoo bar, I hope you will become a believer, because I certainly am, that you can get a good cleanser out of a bar. That was excellent. The conditioner that I used is, actually they do it differently. This is Alterna's Caviar Anti-Aging Replenishing Moisture Conditioner. This is an 8.5 ounce of rinse out conditioner, and this is one of my little jewels from Marshall's. I picked this up last summer, I believe, when they had received a bunch of Alterna products in, and they were all $9.99. If you know anything about Alterna, then you know this bottle on their website is about $30. I used to use, well, I didn't do it often, but I have used Alterna before, back when I was relaxed. This had this soothing, smoothing feature to the hair that I absolutely loved, but there was no way on earth I was going to pay that price for it. So seeing it for $10, I decided to give it a whirl. I don't even know if they make this collection anymore, if that is why they don't have it in store, but they have this little twist top here. So you have to literally unlock it, turn it upside down, and then squeeze to get the product out. The conditioner is very thick. I'm so sad I'm almost out of this. It's so thick, and it feels creamy, but gosh, it glides through the hair like nobody's business. And I love the fact that this is their Caviar brand, and it feels just so luxurious. It feels like it is a $30 conditioner. I put it in, and I put it in all the sections of my hair, and I let it sit while I finished up doing some other things in the shower, and then I rinsed it out. Some of the ingredients in this, guys, is water, cetyl alcohol, bihydramonium chloride, syndromonium chloride. I see shea butter, linseed oil, sunflower oil, jojoba. There's some hydrolyzed rice protein. There are so many ingredients in this that I recognize. And so I am always on here saying, don't be afraid to try new products. This one does have cones. For those of you that are curly girl friendly, you don't want to listen to this part, but it does have cones near the bottom. It has a lot of ingredients. Look at this. This entire section is ingredients. But this is so well formulated. It gave my hair so much slip. I put it in my hair knowing that it had gotten a little tangled from the shampoo bar and the scrubbing the shampoo against the hair. And when I let this sit for a second and then rinsed it out, it just glided through my hair. If you see these, I always talk about ingredients because I want you to be familiar with some of those that are typically put in products that are good for our hair, so that when you see these conditioners that maybe you may not be used to using or have never seen before, sometimes you just have to give them a shot and just see if they will work for you. Marshall's and TJ Maxx, those stores as well, will take these back if you don't like them. So give that a shot if you ever see it. For my deep conditioner, I deep condition with the Curls, Kinks, and Coils deep conditioner from product Junkie Naturals. This is the 8-ounce container that has so few ingredients in it. It has distilled water, BTMS, castor oil, apricot oil, shea butter, panthenol, cetyl alcohol, guar conditioner fragrance, Optifit Plus, and citric acid. Guys, that's it. That's it. This is so wonderful. It's so wonderful. I love how when I glide this on my hair, it instantly absorbs into the hair strands. It's like my hair just drinks it up. And so after I'm done applying it, it doesn't look like I have conditioner on because immediately your hair just drinks it up. Sorry, that was the last bit of this, and I can't show you what the consistency is like, but know that it is thick and it smells good. It smells fresh. It is, this is one of those that she advertises. Let me see. No, it's not. I don't actually think this is the newer jar of this, but these can be used by any hair type. And if you've seen any of my videos before, then you know how I feel about product Junkie Naturals. And so I deep conditioned with that. And when I rinsed it out, and it did its wonderful magic, I applied the Camille Rose coconut water leave-in penetrating hair treatment as my leave-in. And I did this in the shower. That way I would give this time to absorb into my hair while I got out and did what I need to do prior to adding the gel. I don't, you've seen this 100 times. I don't have to say much about this. It is probably my favorite all-time leave-in. It is nice and thick. It is smooth to the touch. It detangles. You only have to use a little bit. And in fact, during this wash day, you're going to see that I used way too much. And so it goes a really, really long way. I highly advise you to try this if you have not. It is lightweight. That coconut water adds such moisture to dry and frizzy hair. It says that it leaves it shiny, silky, and soft. I completely agree with that. It is very, very concentrated. This will go a very long way. So that is the products that I used. I ended up in just a patch of my hair, you guys. I used the Ampro Pro Style Olive Oil Gel. I used this on just a snippet of my hair. And honestly, this, I don't know, it just didn't work as well to me this time as it normally does in the summer. Maybe that's in my mind. I only had a little bit to use, so I wanted to use it up. And once I finished that up, I finished up my hair with the Wetline gel. And that one always gives me the shine and the hold that I desire for my styles. And so after it dried and after a couple of days, I noticed that the Ampro side had lost a lot of its definition compared to the Wetline. And so I probably just won't buy that anymore. I keep trying to support the brand because I hear a lot of type 4 naturals say that it works really, really well. And I need to just use what works, and I know that the Wetline is the one that my hair just loves. So in this video you are going to see me start from the pre-pooing process and go all the way through my wash day. The tips for the wash and go are in the video, so you're kind of gonna have to watch the entire thing. The tips are not, you know, numerical. I'm not taking time out to list them. They're just kind of here and there throughout the video. So let me know what you think of these kind of videos, guys. I have a lot of products that follow the same brand, and I don't know what came over me. This time I just thought I would mix and match it. I know a lot of people don't do that. They tell you not to do that sometimes. I want you to know there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, and to give you an idea of how this came out. So enjoy the video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, so I am pre-pooing right now, and I have taken my hair and I've divided it off into 6 sections. I've got 3 in the front, 1 here in the middle, and then 2 in the back. And someone had asked if I would show them how I pre-poo with oil, and so that is what I am doing. I only have 2 sections left, but this is what I wanted to show you. So I dampen this hair with water. And then I take a pre-poo oil. I am actually using this Zatique brand. I have shown something from them before, but this is their pre-cleanse treatment hair serum. It says for dry, delicate, fine hair, argan and black seed oil. I picked this up from TJ Maxx. And it says it is formulated with essential fatty acids from various precious oils, provides nutrient and antioxidant rich plant extracts contributing to soothe, soften, and smooth your hair while hydrating the scalp. So I take a few pumps of this first and foremost, and I just rub it through my hair. In particular, on the ends, because my hair was so dry. It's been over a week since I've washed it, and so it was just dry to the touch. I mean, crispy dry. So the first thing I want to do is loosen up the ends of my hair with the oil, because once I go to detangle and I start pulling hair from the roots, down to the ends. I don't want the hair at the roots to get tangled here at the ends, because this is already, you know, matted and stuck together, and then I'm pulling more hair down in there, and that's actually how you end up with knots and tangles that make you end up having to either pull them out or cut them out. And so we are trying to avoid that. And there is no set amount of oil I use, guys. I just use it until I feel the entire section is nice and slippery and it has been coated completely. I always take some on my fingers and rub it on and get down into the scalp. This is usually the time that I oil my dry scalp, right in this pre-pooing phase, by just taking some oil, using my fingertips, and just rub it around in the section. And you can kind of feel when it's had enough. There are a finger or two that might hit a dry patch, and you might want to use some more oil, or if not, that could be enough. And then start separating this hair. See how much easier it separates? This is a little harder here. I've got a tangle there, and I will take that and work it out individually. I try very, very hard not to snatch any pieces out. So I take my hair that way and detangle, and then I detangle horizontally. And while I'm doing this, this is a great place to feel any dry places, and to me, like, this is dry. So I'm going to take a little and put it right on that layer of hair, and continuing to take horizontal pieces. This can be a messy process, guys. It's really hard to do on camera, trying to make it look neat and decent, because when I'm doing it alone, I am just going through it. But the key is to be gentle, be very gentle. If you have not washed or moisturized your hair in a while and it is feeling dry, please, please, please don't pull at it. Don't yank it, don't cut it. You want to treat your hair like fine silk. I heard that in cosmetology school years ago, and that always stuck to me. Our hair, even coarse hair, is still hair. I mean, a certain amount of friction or a certain amount of manipulation will still cause it to break. So you want to be extra, extra careful. Pull any tangles that have traveled from the root down the ends of the hair out through the ends of the section, and I've got some there, and I take it and roll it around just to be able to gather it in one ball to get rid of. And so then I take this section and I split it and do a loose twist just to get it out of the way, and I will pin this side up. And as you're twisting, if you find more hair that is tangled in there that you can easily pull out, then that is also a good time to do that. And I take it and put in a very loose Bantu knot and pin it with a bobby pin. So I have done that to all these sections in the back, and I only have this one left to do. I am going to finish this one off camera. I hope that was helpful for you, but you can see I actually had this twisted, and it probably doesn't look as dry as it feels, simply because it has been in twist for a few days, but it is dry. Trust me, it is very, very dry. I would never ever try to manipulate this like this. So once again, I dampen it with water, ends first. You want to make that hair pliable and flexible so that it is ready to be manipulated. And if you do that on dry hair, I guarantee you're going to get some breakage. My low porosity hair, I always take it and squeeze the water into the strands. because with low porosity hair, the water tends to just sit right on top. It sits right on top of the hair. And sometimes you just have to squeeze it in so that it can get all the way through. And once again, I'm going to take this oil and I'm making a mess. I'm going to just use this to moisturize these ends first. Again, I want to make sure they are nice and soft and supple so that I can easily pull any shed hairs out, because they are coming from the roots of the hair. They are going to travel all the way down the shaft, and I don't want it to get stuck here at the ends, because this is where it all tangles, and then we want to yank and pull and we get aggravated because it's tangled, and then it starts to break, and that is how we lose length retention. So anyway, guys, you get the gist of it. I am going to finish this section and then I will continue with this wash day a little later. Okay, guys, this I am going to record this is going to be a short clip. I am doing a wash and go, and it is very rare that I do that because of the time it takes, because of just how messy it is, and you know, the payoff sometimes just doesn't feel worth it. You do all of that work for that little definition, and then you are, you know, it lasts 2 or 3 days and you're done. So I'm going to show you quickly what I'm doing here, and I'm just going to do this section so you can see. I have washed, deep conditioned my hair, fully detangled, like detangle until you can get no more shed hair coming out. And I have added Camille Rose's coconut water penetrating leave-in conditioner, and I am taking this gel and I am using Ampro Pro Style olive oil gel. Let's see if you can see that. See, I'm almost at the very bottom. So I am going to use this gel for the looser texture parts of my hair, because it will hold that. And then I'm going to switch over to the wet line because my hair just has to have stronger gels. So I split, once I get through rubbing this gel into my hair very good from roots to end, I take little individual pieces from that section and twirl it around in my hair. This is just the only way I can get definition to my satisfaction. I tried to do the praying hands method and just rubbed it through my hair once or twice. I don't like the way it looks. I know a lot of people do that and they are perfectly content with how that comes out. I just like to have my curls defined. So this is the price I have to pay. I take out these little sections and I twirl them around my fingers 2, 3, 4 times. There's no set time. I just kind of twirl until I get to the ends and I can feel the curl. As you can see, this is why I don't do this often, because it's time consuming. But I am in the middle of the Black History series, so don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss that. And again, it is where I am taking one Black-owned company per day and honoring them during Black History Month. And so I am not going to have the time to deal with my hair every day, so I thought this would be a great time to do a wash and go and have that hair to stay out of the way while I tend to the research for that, because it is time consuming. I absolutely love this Camille Rose leave-in conditioner, this coconut water one. If you are a person who don't like coconut, I promise you this coconut water leave-in is not going to affect your hair negatively. It has mostly coconut water in it, and that is just an uber hydrating ingredient. So I am going here again and twirling. And so you will get such a detangled, soft, moisturized hairstyle. You can put that leave-in under any gel, under any moisturizer, any styler, and you will have the most moisturized hair ever. So if your hair doesn't come out, it's not hydrated, the style doesn't last, it's going to be because you either didn't deep condition, or maybe your hair doesn't like the styler, because I have not found a single person who does not love this leave-in. It does everything it promises, and it is all that. So you guys get the gist. I don't want to be here all day trying to film this. I just wanted to come on and show you what I do for each section. I have a good bit of hair, so this takes me a while. Normally try to start it in the morning so that it can air dry all day, and it is already well into the afternoon. So I am going to make sure that I sit up under the dryer so this can dry before I go to bed. Because that is the other thing I can't do, and that is go to bed with it damp, because already my hair doesn't, I have to force it to define, as you see. So if I go and sleep on this in any kind of way, when I get up, it is going to be mashed completely, and I would have wasted all of that time. So this is what I do, guys, and I am going to do this all over, and then I will come back and let you see what it looks like. Okay, I am all done. I had every intent of recording the last little bit of this wash and go process, you guys, and I completely forgot. So I was so anxious to get done. It took me probably close to an hour and a half to finish my whole head. I've got this is the residue from the leave-in and gel mixture at the end of the hair, and I have learned the hard way to take that and try to get rid of it before your hair dries, because it will dry, and it will dry that in there, and it will be flaky. So when you see that on the ends of your hair, as much as you can, try to get that little white, obvious white pieces out. Because I know for me, this is just from using too much product, no question about it. This low porosity hair, sometimes it's so hard to gauge how much is enough gel, and so you use some and then it feels like, okay, well, this spot is dry, or oh, this is not curling, and so there's a tendency to add more. So I'm going to turn around so that you can see what the whole thing looks like. I have not shaken it. Sometimes even when you shake your hair at the end, you can get some of that residue out. So I typically just close off my face, usually with a towel. I don't have one here in front of me, and just and even that alone, let me find my part back. Try very hard not to disturb these curls. Like, I am so gentle with this once I get the hair in place. So that alone will cause those curls to clump a little bit better, and also it will remove a lot of extra residue from the hair, a lot of that product. So like now already it looks like some of that white stuff has cleared up a bit. So I just wanted to show you that much, and to show you what I was talking about with the front of my hair. So this, though it is in length the same length as the other part of my hair in front, the texture is so different here. Look at it. It just hangs long and loose, and it just will not curl. I always have to do some extra shingling right there in front, and no matter how hard I shingle, how long I do it, I just get these long pieces here. So I just learned to work with it because nothing I have done has helped. Usually I'll just end up pinning it up. However you want your hair to dry, if you want this to lay flat, you can pin it down. You have a little bit more flexibility of things you can do with it once it dries, but you really, above all, want that hair to just set while it's wet and get dry. You can do a lot more with it when it's dry. It is going to set exactly like you leave it. So I am actually, because it's late in the evening, again, I don't know why I always get stuck doing things late in the evening, I am going to sit under my hooded dryer probably for a half an hour or so, and that will get the top part of the hair dry. It will definitely kind of dry the outside, and the perimeter won't get as dry because my dryer is just not one of those huge hooded ones. And so I will let you know what this looks like. I hope I will remember to come back on here when it is dry. I will let it air dry the rest of the way after I sit under the dryer. I may end up diffusing it. If so, I'll show you that. But as of right now, this is what it's looking like going into drying. Okay, and I'll check you guys later. So my hair is probably about 85% dry. The roots are still wet. They are always wet. It's usually the last thing to dry, but I wanted to show you what this looks like. Look at this. Stretched out even further. Just has no curl, no respect at all. So the rest of it is soft. That's so bizarre. It has a cast. That's the word I'm looking for. It has a cast on it because I did finish up using that Wetline gel, but because I used such a hydrating leave-in, it is not crunchy at all. I don't have to break a cast. I don't have to spray anything over it to, you know, take out the crunch. There is no crunch whatsoever. This will last me a few days. Unfortunately, with my hair, the more of a gel cast I get, the longer the wash and go will last. So this one is, the moisturizer is just so good that even the Wetline can't stand up to it. So it is not quite as stiff. It still has body. It feels really good. I don't feel the need to do anything else. Of course, it is shrunk to the heavens. I will take this pen out now, but that is okay. I will continue to wear it like this in the coming days and see how much wear I can get out of it.